And then when she told me that she loved me, I cried because love had entered my life again.
我是王国松，今天我要结束heykaki的快问快答。
你的儿时梦想是什么 ？What's your childhood dream?
To be president of Singapore, to lift my family out of poverty, because my mother cried when she could not borrow money from my neighbors to buy school books. So I don't want my mother to cry again.
你小时候的时候有多贫穷？
We were so poor, my late wife Patricia and I, that when we wanted to go to the cinema, I have to go and pawn my watch. See? So sometimes I get $30, sometimes I get $40. Then at the end of the month, when I received my tuition fees, I would go back to the pawn shop to redeem my watch.
你赚到的就是第一笔薪水，你买了什么？
I kept $100. I gave the remaining $800 to my mother to support my family. And with the $100, I went to buy 2 bottles of Guinness Stout.
Why?
For my grandmother. She likes to drink Guinness Stout. And she was so happy that she cried. When I was in school, she used to sew my school clothes. I want to say thank you to my grandmother.
你做过最疯狂的事是什么？
Stand for president.
你花了多久才决定要竞选总统？
4 months. Took me 4 months to reflect and to think about it because it's not an easy decision. From February to end of June. So it was only on the 19th of July that I went to collect the forms. I want to show an example to other good and capable people in Singapore, to encourage them to come forward, either to stand for parliament, to join the opposition, or to stand for the presidency, because the future of Singapore depends on good leadership.
最后一次哭是什么时候？
When Sybil said she loved me, I lost my wife 18 years ago, and I thought I would not fall in love again. So 4 years ago, I was very interested in Sybil, and then when she told me that she loved me, I cried because love had entered my life again.
是一见钟情吗？
It was interest at first sight, like at second sight, love at third sight.
你会不会因为那个年龄的差距，然后犹豫要去追求他？
No, Sybil is not that young. She's 45 years old. So she's a very accomplished woman, and I regard her as my equal partner.
你最爱他的3件事是什么？
BBC, beauty, brains, character.
如果你可以改变自己，你会想要改变什么？
I would like to be fluent in Mandarin and to be able to write Mandarin as well. This is the biggest regret of my life.
成功当了总统，你要做的第一件事是什么？
I will go to Tiong Bahru Market and have tam mee pok. If I become president for too long, it will be difficult for me to go. Well, the first thing I would do if I'm elected is to thank the people of Singapore for their trust and their confidence in me. It is a good thing for us to, number one, be able to choose the president, not walk over. Number two, I think it would be good to have a president who has not belonged to any political party.
你对尚达曼的第一印象是什么？
We have worked together for many years at GIC, so I have a deep respect for him. One of the reasons why I'm standing for president is because Tharman said he would like to be elected. He would like to have a contest so that if he is elected, he can say that he has a mandate from the people of Singapore.
你对吴振华的第一印象是什么？
He's a cheerful man, a man of optimism, a likable man who tries to connect with the people. And the fact that he has built up his business shows his ability to get along with people.
Do you know him personally?
No, I do not. But I like to meet him, to have a cup of coffee with him. Maybe to eat some durian with him, because he says he likes Mao Shan-wang.
What about you?
I like D24.
你多常会静坐 ？How often do you meditate?
I meditate twice a day, in the morning and in the evening for 25 minutes. I've been doing that for the last 35 years.
Most unexpected place where you've meditated at?
At a rock concert. My youngest daughter and I went to a rock concert. It was so noisy and so loud, and I was very rattled. So I decided to close my eyes and I meditated.
What did your daughter say about you meditating halfway through?
She was laughing at me because she was enjoying going up and down, and here I am like that. The important thing is that when you meditate, you try to let go of all the external noise, what's happening, and you just go within.
你从来没有做过什么，但是想尝试。
Parachuting, I think it's going to be very exciting to jump off from an aeroplane and then see everything around you and floating in the air.
Will you get to do it now?
I'm scared to break my legs.
Do you use TikTok?
Yes, I like it.
What do you like to watch on TikTok?
I like dancers. One of my granddaughters, she's a dancer. She makes her own TikTok. TikTok is a very good way of watching an artist, whether it's a gymnast or a ballet dancer.
Do you know any TikTok dance?
No, I haven't learned yet. I would like to.
你觉得你可以怎么跟年轻人互动 How do you think you can connect to the younger generation?
By making and watching more TikTok videos to understand, what excites them, what engages them, what entertains them.
Any Gen Z slangs that you know?
Cool.
Cool is not Gen Z. Cool is
Past generation.
Yeah.
I see that how old I am.
Do you know what slay?
Slay.
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 S-L-A-Y.
Slay. Slay means to kill. Yeah, the English word slay means to kill, right? So it's the same thing?
It's like you're killing it. Yeah.
Okay.
That's how it works.
Slay. I must learn more of these words. Slay.
What's your favorite Teochew phrase?
Che me koi tok tio bi. It means luck. Because when the cockerel is blind, he cannot see. But somehow he was able to pick up the grain of rice. That is called the big break in life.
How does that relate to you?
When I got my first job, I was not really qualified for the job, but I got the job. I had zero knowledge about investments, so I did not expect that I would get this job, which was at the Ministry of Finance in the Department of Investments.
你最怀念的儿时回忆？
我古早起来11屆兄弟姐妹，一個阿嫲小虎小貴人似得。
What will you say to the younger you?
Kok Song, 你唔驚，假做，唔慌咯。In other words, don't be afraid, go for it. Our future is bright. So to younger Singaporeans, don't lose heart. If you study hard and work hard, there'll be plenty of opportunities.
有什么话你想对你妈妈说，但是从来没有跟她说过？
I want to be able to see my mother again, and this time I want to see her cry, not because she's sad, but because she's happy that I'm standing to be the President of Singapore. Thank you. That was fun.